Study the following information carefully and answer the questions given below. Now, what is this information here? A, B, C, D, E, F, H and K are sitting around a circular table facing away from the center, but not necessarily in the same order. So, what do you get to know from the first statement here? A, B, C, D, E, F, H and K. There are 8 persons, right? The count of persons is very important, right? So, there are 8 persons here who are sitting around a circular table, right? All these guys are sitting around a circular table, right? Count of the persons is very important. So, 8 persons sitting around a circular table. What is more important here is that they are facing away from the center, right? You know that circular arrangements can be of 2 types. One where the person is facing the center, the other where the person is facing outwards. So, here we see that the persons are facing outwards. Why is this important? Because your direction, left or right, would depend on that, right? And not necessarily in the same order. So, these are not seated in the same order there. Now, look at the next point here. Each one of them is also related to B in some way. Each one of them is related to B in some way. So, if you see out of these 8 persons, all the others A, C, D, F, D, E, F, H and K are related to B in some or the other way. So, looks like this is a family, right? Family of 8 persons. The next point says B has siblings. All right. So, B has siblings. Maybe B has got brothers and sisters there. And now the data starts, right? I mean, the real clues start. E sits third to the left of C. B is on the immediate right of C. Only one person sits between E and B's daughter. H sits on the immediate left of B's daughter, and so on. So, no point in reading all the statements here, right? That would only kill your time. All you need to do is start working on it immediately. So, what do? Draw a circular table first and mark the 8 positions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, there can be multiple possibilities when you're trying it out, right? You may not be able to complete it in the first try itself, right? So, you have to be smart enough to, duplicate these cases as and when required and try out all the possible ones parallelly. So, we will look at that, right? Let's start. Now, look at the first point here. It says, and all of them are facing outwards. Now, what is this? What does this mean? See, remember, when a person is facing the center, when a person is facing center of a circle, left for him will be in the clockwise direction. All these are basics you must be aware of, right? And the right should be in the anti-clockwise direction. But when a person is facing outwards, right, he's facing away from the center, then what happens? The left would be anti-clockwise and right would become clockwise. And in this case, since it is very clearly given that all of them are facing away from the center, we need to consider this, right? So, remember, right is going to be in the clockwise direction and left will be in the anti-clockwise direction. If they are facing the center, then left will be in the clockwise direction and right will be in the anti-clockwise direction. Very, very important, right? Without this basic clarity, you will not be able to proceed with this kind of questions. Now, E sits third to the left of C. The first point says E sits third to the left of C. Let's try it out. See, remember, one advantage that we have in circular arrangement is you can start anywhere from the circle, right? Because it is a closed loop, there is nothing like this is first position and this is second one or third one. You can consider any position to be the first one. I can start from the bottom, I can start from the top, I can start from left, right, wherever I want to, right? So, let's start from the bottom. Let's see what happens. E sits third to the left of C. Let us assume C seated here. C seated here. Now, E is third to the left of C. What will be left of C? Left of C should be anti-clockwise. Remember, persons are facing outwards. Left should be anti-clockwise. So, E sits third to the left of C. So, go in the anti-clockwise direction of C. 1, 2 and 3. E has to come here. E sits third to the left of C. Done, right? Next point. B sits on the immediate right of C. B sits on the immediate right of C. Now, what is immediate right of C? See, right is in the clockwise direction. So, immediate right would be this position. So, B is on the right of C, right? Now, next point here. Only one person sits between E and B's daughter. Only one person sits between E and B's daughter. Now, here's where the confusion starts. First of all, we do not know who's B's daughter here. Out of this list of 8 persons, who's B's daughter is not clear to us, not known to us. Moreover, he says only one person sits between E and B's daughter. So, E is already positioned here. If only one person has to sit between E and B's daughter, there are 2 possibilities. B's daughter can come here or here. Yes or no? One person has to come between E and B's daughter. So, you can take either ways, right? E dash B's daughter or E dash B's daughter. Now, here's where you need to take a call. Do you want to try out the next statement or do you want to try out both the possibilities together? See, usually I have found students trying one of the cases. What they would do is they will take a chance. They will take a chance and they will say, let us assume B's daughter is seated here. So, they will take B's daughter here and start completing the arrangement, which is highly risky in my view. Because by any chance, if let's say your assumption was wrong, you have considered B's daughter to be here, but let's say actually B's daughter is seated here, then what happens? The entire arrangement goes for a toss. Eventually you will find out that something is wrong here. And then you have to start from the scratch. Again, you have to start from the beginning, because you will not know what was marked earlier, what was not marked, and so on. So a smart strategy here is to duplicate the existing case. This is one case. Let us copy the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At this point, some of the positions are already fixed, right? B seated here, C seated here, and E seated here. Let's mark those. And now consider the two possibilities. Who would come here? B's daughter, right? Only one person sits between E's and B's daughter. So let us assume in case 1, B's daughter is seated here, and in case 2, B's daughter is seated here. So let's assume this is the daughter. Okay, this position is for the daughter. In case 2, let's assume this position is for the daughter. You're able to follow? Only one person between E and B's daughter. Only one person between E and B's daughter. What is the advantage now? From now on, any point that we see here will be applied to both the cases, case 1 and case 2. We know that somewhere or the other, one of these two will get ruled out. But then the other is there. The other is readily available for us to proceed with, right? Now look at the next point. H sits on the immediate left of B's daughter. H sits on the immediate left of B's daughter. So B's daughter is already marked here. B's daughter should be taking this position. Who is B's daughter is not known to us. It can be any of the remaining 5 persons, but then its position is fixed. So H is on the immediate left of B's daughter. What is left of B's daughter? Left is anti-clockwise, right? So in this direction, H would come here. In this case, B's daughter is seated here. H is in the immediate left. So H is on the immediate left means H would come here, right? Look at the next point. Only 3 people sit between B's wife and H. Only 3 people sit between B's wife and H. Now this is pretty straightforward. See, remember, this one technique, if you can remember, it will be easy for you to, save a couple of seconds, I would say. Whenever there are 8 persons to be arranged around a circular table, and the statement is like only 3 people sit between X and Y. X and Y have to be opposite. You're able to follow? In a circular arrangement which involves 8 persons, and one of the statements says that there are 3 persons between X and Y, you can just take it for granted that X and Y are going to be opposite. You're able to follow? For example, X sits here, let's assume. I mean, I'm not considering this arrangement, but for example, let's assume X is seated here. Now only 3 persons between X and Y means what? You take either of the sides, 1, 2, 3, Y would come here. Or if you take in this side also, this direction also, 1, 2, 3, Y would come here. They are opposite to each other. You're able to follow? So always in a 8-member arrangement, 8-member circular arrangement, when the statement says that there are 3 people between, M and N, so M and N would be seated opposite to each other. So here he says there are only 3 people between B's wife and H. What happens? You don't have to do any counting. H is seated here, so B's wife would come here. As simple as that. You're able to follow? B's wife would come in that position. Let me just write it neatly so that we don't get confused, right? Wife comes here. Similarly, H is here, so wife would come here for this arrangement. Okay. Next point, only one. Now you may ask me, how much time did we save by knowing this? We have saved only 2 seconds, but even those 2 seconds are very precious, right? Only one person sits between B's wife and A. Only one person sits between B's wife and A. So B's wife's position is already marked. Only one person between B's wife and A. Try out. There will be 2 possibilities. Remember, in such cases there are always 2 possibilities. Let's try both the possibilities in both the cases. So one person between wife and A. So wife dash A. Wife dash A, possible A can come here, or wife dash A. But can A come in this position? No. C is already seated here. So this side is ruled out. It has to be on that side only, right? So only one person between wife and A. So A has to come in this position. Similarly, in case 2, only one person between wife and A. So wife dash A. A cannot come here. C seated. So it has to be on the other side. Wife dash A. A comes here, right? D sits on the immediate left of F. D sits on the immediate left of F. Now this is interesting. D sits on the immediate left of F. If you observe, we have neither marked D nor have we marked F so far, right? D or F are not available in the arrangement that we have done so far. Both of them are new. But what is given in the statement here is that D sits on the immediate left of F. Now what do you mean by immediate left? Immediate left here indicates that D and F are neighbors. They are immediate neighbors. They are seated together. So we must have 2 consecutive positions available for both D and F. You're able to follow? All these are hidden points which you must understand. D sits on the immediate left of F. So you must realize that D and F are seated together. Now check both the cases. If there is any case where there are 2 consecutive positions unavailable, then you can rule it out. Right? I want two consecutive places for D and F. So if you look at case 1, here there is a gap, but there is only one position available. So D and F cannot occupy this. But you see these two positions are free. Of course, we know that the wife sits here, but who is the wife is not known. So we can say that D and F can take these two positions, right? So this is possible, case 1 is possible. Case 2, in case 2 also, we have got two consecutive positions available. D and F can come in these two positions. This is ruled out for D or F. So both the cases are valid. So let's continue. So continue means what? Mark first of all. D sits on the immediate left of F. Now the point is, D and F have to come together in these two positions. But where exactly? Will it be D here and F there, or vice versa? D, F, let's assume. Check. What do we want? D sits on the immediate left of F. Now if you observe, if you come from F, is it left of F or right of F? From F we are going in the clockwise direction. So from F, when you go in the clockwise direction, it becomes right, because these are outward facing persons, right? Clockwise direction means right. So D sits on the immediate left of F means they will not be seated like this. They have to interchange their positions. So clear it up. I mean, I am giving you the detailed solution. If you are already clear with this direction sense and all, you can directly mark the positions as F and D. You will know that D would come here and F comes here, because D is on the left of F, right? So F on the left of F is D. Similarly, in the second case, what happens? These are the two consecutive positions. We want D to be on the immediate left of F. So on the immediate left of F means F would come here and D comes here. So left of F, anti-clockwise, right? F and D. If you observe, as of now, we have got 7 persons arranged on the table. Only one is missing. Who is that person? I think A, B, C is done. A, B, C, D is done. And E, F, H are done. E, F, H are done. So K is left out, right? So K, where would K come? In the left out position. K comes here. And now it's connected that K is the daughter. I mean, we know that that position was meant for daughter. Now we can conclude that K is the daughter. Similarly, D is the wife. We must know that D is the wife here, right? So already couple of relationships have been established. We now need to go for the remaining ones. Okay. Now look at this. Only 3 people sit between B's mother and B's brother. Again the same point. Only 3 people between X and Y. Means what? These two guys have to be opposite to each other. Only 3 people sit between B's mother and B's brother. But the point is, in the arrangement that we have done so far, we have no clue about who is the mother and who is the brother. I mean, multiple possibilities are there, right? However, one hidden point, indirect point that we know here is that the mother and brother are seated opposite to each other. Only 3 people sit between B's mother and B's brother. So we should see, one way to do is, because nothing can be extracted from this point, you can just move to the next point and come back later. I can say that, you know, this particular point here, only 3 people sit between B's brother and B's mother. I can say this is not useful immediately, because we don't know who the mother and brother are. So we can just move to the next point and come back later after everything else is fixed. But then there are a lot of things which should run in your mind when you read such statements, and a lot of verifications should be done instantly. Like for example, I know that mother and brother, the mother and brother here, right? The mother and brother are opposite to each other. Why are they opposite to each other? Because 3 persons are seated between them. We have already discussed this point. If you look at the arrangements, see, they have to be opposite. So can they be B and E? Can mother and brother be B and E? Not possible. Because see, it is B's mother and B's brother. So how can B be B's mother, or how can B be B's brother? Not possible. So B and E is ruled out. We are trying to look at the pair, mother and brother pair. So can the mother and brother pair be B and E? No, not possible. Ruled out. Can that be H and D? Not possible. Because out of H and D, one is wife. We already know that D is wife. So how can D be mother or brother? Not possible. So this is also ruled out. Can it be K and F? Not possible. Because out of K and F, K is the daughter. So there is only one person left, F. So F will either be mother or brother, but it cannot be both, right? So K and F is also ruled out. Very clearly, the only possibility is A and C. We can now conclude that A and C will be the mother and brother pair there, mother and brother combination. Now again, among A and C, who is mother and who is the brother is not very clear. But then A and C will form the combination there, mother-brother combination. Similarly, in the second case also, if you see, B and E are ruled out, D and H are ruled out, F and K are ruled out, A and C are remaining. So A and C will be the mother and brother combination. So that clarity has to be there. I mean, we will not be able to fix it even now. We don't know who exactly is the mother and who is the brother, but then you should be clear with that point. Next point, you see, B's son sits second to the left of K. So this can be fixed. B's son sits second to the left of K. K is here, second to the left of K. K is here, right? Left of K. What is left of K? Anti-clockwise. So B's son sits, very interesting. B's son sits second to the left of K. Second to the left of K. So come second to the left of K. 1 and 2. This should be B's son. Now tell me, is it possible that B himself is B's son? According to this point, B's son sits second to the left of K. We will get son here in this position. Now we are saying that B is the son of B. How is that possible? This should be the son of B, and this itself is B. So B is the son of B is not possible, right? See, B and B son cannot be the same person, which means case 1 is wrong. Now you can forget about it. I told you, at some or the other point, it will get eliminated. One of these two cases will get eliminated. Case 1 is ruled out. Case 2 has to be the answer. By any chance, if you find that case 2 also is going wrong, it means you have gone wrong somewhere in filling up the values. Right? Let's see. B son sits second to the left of K. Second to the left of K. B son. This would be son. Right? Left of K. Second to the left of K. So this stands correct so far. Now B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. This also is important. B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. Now who is brother and who is father is not very clear. What we only know is B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. Neither brother nor father have been marked so far. So nothing can be done about it. Just move on to the next point. We'll come back to this point later. B's mother sits second to the left of D. This point is important. B's mother sits second to the left of D. D is marked here. Second to the left of D. First and second. Second to the left of D. This is mother. Who's the mother? C is the mother. Right? Now, go back to our point that we discussed earlier. If C is mother, A has to be the brother. We can say that A is the brother, because we know that A and C is the mother-brother pair, right? So A has to be the mother. So which means we have also used this point, the highlighted point there. Only 3 people sit between. This is done right. We have got the information out of it. Now what is only left is this particular point here, that B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. If you look at the arrangement that you have done so far, B is the main person because everybody is connected to B. Then B's mother, B's daughter. We don't know what is the relationship of H with B. B's son, B's brother, and B's wife. So only F and H are left out. F and H. What do we know? B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. B's brother sits third to the left of B's father. Look at this now. Brother is third to the left of father. So obviously out of H and F, one of them is father. Who is the father? Who do you think should be the father? H should be the father. H should be the father. I'll tell you why. If you take H is the father, what happens? Brother is third to the left of father, right? So go third to the left from the father. Third from the father on the left side. Brother is third to the left of father. So father is here, third to the left of father. First, second, and third. F becomes the brother. Yes or no? This statement is used here now. B's brother sits third to the left of father. So first, second, and third. Now maybe some of you have got a point question here, that how is that A and F both are brothers? Could be possible. Is it given anywhere that there is only one brother? No. To be honest, even when I was trying it out, I thought, why is that there are 2 brothers? There should be 1 sister. But he has not mentioned about sister at all. What he has only mentioned is B has siblings. Look at this point, B has siblings. Now both the siblings of B can be brothers, both can be sisters, or one can be sister and one can be brother. Right? Or maybe there is only one sibling. But here overall, if you see in the entire data given to us, he has talked about mother, father, son, daughter, wife. He has never talked about sisters. So which means yes, both of them are brothers. Both brothers are possible. So that's the final arrangement, right? The case 2 that we had tried is correct. And look at the point that I had explained to you earlier. If you try only with one of the cases, case 1 let's say, eventually at this point you will find out that this is wrong. And then you have to start over again. So better always take both the cases parallelly and try it out. Do not go by the length of my explanation, because I was trying to do it in detail here. I was not solving the problem. I was explaining the problem to you. I was explaining the solution to you, right? So it obviously takes a little longer. But when you do it yourself and quickly, do the alignment, assignment and elimination, it will be very easy. Okay. So that's the final arrangement. I hope all of you have got the same answer. So let me just quickly read out, starting from C in the clockwise direction. C, B, D, F, A, E, H, K. And relationships from the same position. C onwards are mother, self, because everybody is related to B, right? Mother, self, wife, brother, son, father, daughter. Okay. Let's quickly look at the questions here, right? Let's quickly look at the questions and then I'll answer your queries if you have any. Okay, so I think I'll have to clear all the underlinings here. Just 1 minute. Yeah, so I hope you can see the first question there. Try to answer. Sorry about this. Yeah, so try and answer the question now. First question, who among the following sits fourth to the right of A? Who among the following sits fourth to the right of A? Now A is seated here. What is right, clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise. So go in the clockwise direction. Fourth to the right of A. First, second, third, fourth. Is C the answer? Yes, C will be the answer. You getting it? Option 2 will be the correct answer. Fourth to the right of A is C. Again, if you are a smart person, you will not do this counting. First, second, third, fourth. Why is so? Why is it so? Because you know that there are 8 persons in this arrangement, and when there are 8 persons, the fourth to the right or fourth to the left person will always be the one who's seated opposite. You're getting it? Again, this will not save 5-6 seconds. It will save only 2 seconds for you, but even that those 2 seconds are precious. So you know, all these techniques would help. If I do it smartly, what do I do? Who among the following sits 4 to the right of A? I know that 4 to the right of A will be the one who's opposite to A. Opposite to A is C. I will not do 1, 2, 3, 4 clockwise, anti-clockwise, because whether you go clockwise or anti-clockwise, the opposite person would remain the same. But remember, all these conditions are applicable only when there are 8 persons. If there are 9 persons or 7 persons or any other value, then you will have to be careful. So option 2 is the answer for this question. Next question, who among the following is daughter of B? Who is the daughter of B? Daughter of B is K. So option 4 is the answer. Straight. See, answering the questions is the cakewalk. Once you have done the arrangement, questions can be answered very easily. How is D related to E? How is D related to E? Now this is interesting. How is D related to E? See, D is the wife of B and E is the son of B. You're getting it? D is the wife of B and E is the son of B. So can you now make out that D is the mother of E? Yes or no? You don't have to draw a family tree for that, right? You can straight say that D is the mother of E. Anyway, let me just draw the family tree also for you. We are connecting everyone with B. So we know that D is the wife of B and E is the son of B. E is the son of B. Remember our conventions, right? Blood relations conventions. Whenever we use a double-headed arrow between 2 persons, it means it's a married couple. So B here is the husband, D is the wife. Right? Married couple. All these rules have been discussed in our blood relations video. You can watch that. So B and D makes a husband and wife couple. Sorry, not B and D makes husband and wife couple, and E is the son of B. So he's asking us to find out how is D related to E. D is husband's son. Your husband's son is your son. So E is the son of D, or D is the mother of E. So D is the mother of E. Okay, and then be careful. The question is, how is D related to E? D is the mother of E. Suppose if he says, how is E related to D? How is E related to D? E is the son of D. So you have to be careful with that, right? I'm sure if, let's say, one of the options was son, option 2 was son, some of you would have marked option 2 as the answer here in a hurry. Never do that, right? Be careful. After having spent so much time, you cannot be committing such silly mistakes. How is D related to E? D is the mother of E. How is E related to D? E is the son of D. Let me present the next set of questions also. Yeah, there are a few more questions. Look at this. Who among the following sits third to the left of B's father's wife? B's father's wife. Now B's father's wife is B's mother. Yes or no? You just look at this part. Father's wife is like mother. So I can replace this with mother. So who among the following sits third to the left of B's mother? Who is B's mother? C is B's mother. So basically B's mother, instead of saying B's mother, we can say the question is about C. Who is third to the left of C? Third to the left of C. First, second, third. Third to the left of C is E. Right? Left is always in the anti-clockwise direction because persons are facing outwards. So option 2 is the answer. How many persons are there between A and C? How many persons are there between A and C? A and C are opposite to each other. So 3 persons. Either you do left side or right side, you will find 3 persons only, right? Anti-clockwise or clockwise, there are 3 persons. 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 persons between A and C. I think there are a couple of more questions. Yeah, this was a 7 marks question. Obviously, I mean, there's some blood relations involved, right? So they can also give it for 7 marks. So here is the 6th and 7th question. Look at this. What does it say? The first one, I mean the first one here on the screen. How many children does C have? Now this is interesting. How many children does C have? Remember, C is B's mother. C is B's mother if you have to complete the family tree. C is B's mother. Now how many children does C have? See, C child is B, C son is B. But we know that B has also got 2 siblings, A and F. So altogether if you see, there will be 3 children that C has. Yes or no? All these 3 are siblings. F, A, B, all 3 are siblings, right? B, A, F, all 3 are siblings. And if B is the child of C, A and F will also be the children of C. So how many children does C have? C has got 3 children. B, A and F. Remember, D is not the child of C. D is the daughter-in-law. Cannot be considered as child, right? Only 3 children. So option 4 would be the answer. Who is the brother-in-law of D? who is the brother-in-law of D? Who is the brother-in-law of D? Understand again, who is D? D is B's wife. So for your wife, who is the brother-in-law? Wife's husband's brother. Your husband's brother is your brother-in-law. Who is the brother-in-law of D? So from D's point of view, who will be the brother-in-law? D's husband's brother. Now D's husband is B and husband's brothers are A and F. So actually both A and F are brothers-in-law, right? A is a brother-in-law, F also is a brother-in-law. Look at the options. B, no. H, no. F, possible. F is a brother-in-law, right? Cannot be determined. Can you say cannot be determined? No. Answer can be determined. We very well know that A and F are the brothers-in-law. So option 4 also looks incorrect. Option 5, E. Is E the brother-in-law? No. E is not the brother-in-law. Now if you see 3 options have got eliminated, there are 2 choices left. Who is the brother-in-law of D? Is it F or cannot be determined? F. A better option here is F. F is the brother-in-law of D. Of course, you can argue that A is also the brother-in-law of D, but from the given options, the best one is F. I would not go for cannot be determined. You are able to follow? Of course, if options were given as F and A, then it would have been even better, but options are not given that way, right? So F is the answer. Option 3 is the answer. Clear all of you? F is the right answer, option 3.